I think we're live. We're live.
We
Yeah,
are.
work that mustache, man.
I gotta
Do
fix
the
my
Hercule,
stash.
the
I shaved
Hercule
my
Poirot
mustache. I
thing.
don't know.
Yeah. No, listen. I haven't shaved. I haven't shaved this off completely for over 6 years now. Like I
That's good.
started growing a beard 6 years ago, and it fits me well.
It's right. Let's not hate here. It's right. It's right. Let me fix that lighting here because Mama needs help. All right. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good
everybody.
morning.
Hi Facebook. Hi everybody.
We're actually on a
yes.
few different channels. So last week in Israel, you're gonna have to do this too. Last week after the live, I was able to put in my Facebook channel. I also put in my Instagram and my YouTube. So Israel, we got to do that as soon as
As
you get
well.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got
Now
you.
it's
I
world
got you.
domination.
World domination, world tour.
Good morning, guys.
Absolutely.
Good morning, everybody. So again,
Buenos
this is
dias.
another live episode of Estate Unwrapped. We have NYC Homes with Ed Penafiel. You guys can reach him out on all the social platforms. He's actually a TikTok superstar right now, so please, go on TikTok as well.
Oh my God.
And Israel, Israel, which is what is it, Homes? Which is
No,
Israel
it's Israel
Martinez.
Martinez NYC. Yep,
Yes,
NYC.
all right.
You can always see me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, so I'm not dancing. But
I am on TikTok, but I haven't posted anything. I'm like, let me start this. Anyway, I probably should do some live or post some clips of what we do because we're starting to get a nice following. I just to tell you something, I got people that are watching after we live, at their leisure. And guys out there, I'm glad we can help people in the real estate industry. Unfortunately, not all real estate organizations are created the same. We've been lucky to always have been associated with real estate brokerages and organizations where there was a lot of help in developing agents, a lot of help in training. So I'm very grateful. But out there, a lot of us are orphaned without any guidance on anything. And I'm receiving phone calls. And please keep on calling if you need help. This is a what you call that? There is no
borders.
no affiliation advertised. This is just us agents helping other agents.
There's no borders
That's
here,
it.
folks. So if there's any questions you might have, if there's any concerns you might have, don't feel like, oh man, we're not a part of the same brokerage. No, hit us up. That's the whole reason why we're here. All right.
Okay.
We
Yes.
don't want to
Yeah.
just talk to each other. We want to talk to you guys.
I know. So please feel free to put in your comments. If anybody feels like jumping on live with us, if you have your makeup on or you look good today, your hair is good. Look at my hair, looks good today. I put some product, looks good.
There you go.
So here you go. Ed's beard and mustache he's gonna do an Hercule Poirot type of thing. You remember Agatha Christie's character? He had that mustache thing. Yeah, you should.
I got some what is it? I got some it's not wax, like pomade. I guess.
It's some beeswax type of product to go for the beard.
I don't know.
All right, guys. So let's start because today, and I think we're gonna need a couple of sessions for that. Today is gonna be about finding seller leads. It is really crucial for this year in real estate, knowing that we still don't have enough inventory. Yes, they're saying buyers are not moving, but you still have buyers that actually need property. There aren't enough of the good products out there, houses and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about where to find those seller leads. And we might not always agree on stuff. So it's not an exact science. And please feel free to join in, comment, ask us if you guys want to come in live with us. You're welcome. Let's just go for it, right?
Make it happen, Captain.
It happened.
Captain. That's right.
So real quick, just to inform everybody who's tuning in, we're turning this into a 2-part series because of the fact that there's 16 different proven strategies to help you get more real estate sellers leads. So we're going to divide it in half just for time's sake. So if you want the other half, be sure to tune in next week.
Yeah, so we took, and thank you, I think we took the this idea from a great outlet online called theclose.com, and they had this great article, which is I think last year or something, and it's still extremely relevant today. It's even more relevant today than it was last year. Right? So their first idea was to learn how to find hidden inventory. All right, and basically, where do you find hidden inventory? You can
That's a good
actually
question.
contact home builders in our area.
That's good.
In the five boroughs, New York City, that's going to be a little bit tough. But out in Suffolk, out of in other states, other counties, upstate New York, that's going to be something that's going to be a little bit more available to everybody. You guys don't have to necessarily work on an exclusive basis. You know, like for the new agents, the newbies out there, if somebody gives you the opportunity to advertise their product, run open houses, run with it,
Right.
take it, right?
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah.
It's and just to add to that, look, there's different platforms that we can use, right? Number one, clearly, obviously, social media. There's a lot of people that if you're paying close attention, I get a lot of stories that go through my Instagram where people have off-market properties.
Yeah.
All right, they're not on the market, they're off market. If you see that post, touch base with them. Whether you do or you don't have a potential, touch base with them because you don't know where that might lead you. You know, outside of that, the article actually spoke about Zillow a little bit. So you could find a lot of for sale by owners
Yeah.
on realtor.com, zillow.com.
We're going to go through the for sale by, there is the obvious for sale by owner section, but do they still have, they used to have in Zillow that, I don't even know because I haven't even looked at Zillow in a while. It was called Make Me Move. You remember that?
I remember.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
they-
I
I
remember
don't
that.
know if
I
they
don't-
still have
I don't-
it. I don't know.
I don't think that's there anymore. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah. And they also mentioned like working pre-foreclosures. Like knowing, like especially homeowners right now, if you guys have been following us up all those more than 2 years now, you know that homeowners in America have a huge amount of equities in their house on average. So even somebody in pre-foreclosure may be able to even sell at market price, satisfy their loan with their lender, and still come out with enough cash to purchase something else or do whatever they need to do and keep going with their life, you know, without that pre-foreclosure or foreclosure affecting them a lot. So you could go after foreclosures. One way would be to use public records like geodata, like Property Shark. It takes a lot of work. It takes, you really probably even should take like a little bit of a training on working, those short sales and pre-foreclosures, because it's, I've done it a few times. Lots of work. It's good. It's worth it.
Lots of work. Yeah.
So that's one way.
And another way is also just being the mayor of town too. So you can actually, there's other ways of doing that in the sense that you can actually ask your neighbors, who do they know, who do they not know, any family members, speak to them, let them know that you're out there, let them know that you're ready to help, them to, do their real estate needs or achieve their real estate needs. So being a mayor of town definitely helps. I don't believe this is an article. And one more thing I just want to add, which is something new in the sense of what I've been using. Is if you ever need like some information about like the owners that are out there, the homes that are out there, and you think it's already, abandoned, or if it's one of those that the owner's never around. There's obviously other websites out there you can use. Besides Zillow, besides Realtor.com or Redfin, it's called PropWire. It's very good. I'll put it in the chat for you guys later. Right. And it's a really good website. It gives you the owner's contact information, which is really the really mailing information. And
is it like geodata? Do you pay for that service? You obviously pay for that service.
You don't.
Oh, cool.
You don't. It's a free service.
We're learning something every day. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Number 2, because guys, we have a lot to talk about. It's like drive traffic to home valuation landing pages. So this is for agents that have super-powered CRM like KV Core. We do have KV Core. We've been lucky enough. Or can you do that on Follow Up Boss, Israel?
No, you
Landing
can't.
page, can't.
You
So
can't do
something
landing
like
pages.
KV Core, which is going to allow you to have your public-facing website. Basically, through your public-facing website, you'll be able to do a lot of the things. Then, therefore, create landing pages, quiz pages, post that on your social media. You could also send it to your database, and then basically like drive a little bit of the curiosity of your database and your followers on social media. And I don't see it that much after all, since we have so many KV Core users. And I've seen it a few years ago, and then it just stopped because everybody got so used to working in that post-COVID era where everything was falling into your lap. So it's time to do a little bit of work again, create those landing page, create some curiosity, ask people, like basically tell them, here, ask me what your home value is, and just nudge them a little bit, keep them aware, send them market report and so on and so forth. And a lot of the times people will want to talk to you. I'm not saying they would make the decision right away, but after a good nurturing and showing value to what you can do, and we'll go further, maybe not in this session, but probably next week. Like you'll be able to even offering, like, open up your book of business, just say, here, this is my marketing plan, and people will be glad to know. If they know what your value is, they're more amenable to give you business right away.
Yeah, no, it's true. And then, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
like you said, Gigi, we have KV Core. We can create landing
Oh
pages.
man,
If you find
so
yourself,
lucky. Yeah.
if you find yourself not being, I guess, technologically inclined, then it's difficult for you to do that. There's actually a website, which I'll put here in the chat right now, that you guys could check out. But that'll help you set it up. It's called Market Leader. All right. You can set up a landing page. You can pay for these things. At the end of the day, keep in mind, guys, if you want things for free, you're going to have to figure out how to do it yourself. If you don't have the time,
it's a business.
I
think you need to invest in your business. Like
of
the
course,
tools we're
I'm just
discussing.
saying,
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the what we're paying, whether it's monthly dues or whether it's part of the commission cut you're going to give out to your brokerage. So if you're getting tools to get more opportunity to do business, there is a little bit of price to pay. There's nothing, there are no free lunches. So it doesn't, you need to have some business expenses anyway.
That's
how
true.
I look at it? I look at it like this. It's like doing laundry. All right. You can do it yourself.
Yeah.
You can all do your own laundry. Right?
Put my light. This
light
light doesn't work
it
anymore.
comes down to convenience and what your time is worth. And if it's worth more than doing laundry, then at that point you'll pay for somebody to take care of it, to work, to do it a lot better. All right. That's the same concept here. Yes, we're in business for ourselves. And yes, for the most part, you're going to have to invest in your business to make it flourish. But there are some things that we can do where we can keep it cost effective and not have to come out of pocket so much.
You're right.
So, next point,
guys. All right. No cutting it. Let's talk about those expired. Yes, you're gonna have to go back to working expired listings. There is, no matter how we slice it, this is gonna have to be part of your business, of your lead generation strategy. You're gonna have to learn those scripts. All right, you're gonna have to get to work. I'm afraid of the phone. This is not me. No excuse. Just learn how to work those expired listings. You have to implement that into your leads. I don't even want to sound, I know I probably sound too harsh, but guys, if you want to be a skilled, professional, productive agent, you need to do those activities. You absolutely need to do those activities. All right. And there is, guess what? I'm lucky enough to have enough business where I'm known to sell certain buildings, certain areas and stuff where actually expired, like listing that I have coming up that just came up yesterday was an expired listing. I didn't even contact the lady. She called me back. She called me and she said, she started giving me her terms. I'm like, no, lady here. No. Hold on. You are expired. You're coming to me for help.
So
now we're going to work on my terms. Go ahead, Israel.
What I was gonna say is that I mean the thing to understand is that I call it expires myself. You have
Yeah.
to have a really thick skin when talking to expires. They've been through the grind, they've been through the system. Honestly, it's to that moment or time. As I was telling one agent one time, when you're calling expires, it's like the feeling that some sellers will have is that they just broke up with their ex and they don't want now everybody's just trying to find out if they can date them, right? So
Ooh.
they don't want everybody to call them all of a sudden, right? They don't want everybody to try to sell them all of a sudden. So you
Yeah.
really got to get to that point, right, of understanding and be a little bit, a little bit slightly emotional, but at the same time have that sort of turtle skin to not let the rejection that they're going to give you, the obsession that they couldn't be able to sell their home within 6 months. Just get in there and ask, great questions. Don't ask why every single time. It's a little bit defensive, but just ask
Yeah.
questions to figure out what can you do, what sources can you provide, so that you can basically be that agent for them to sell their home. So
Right.
these are
Yeah.
things that you want to
Well,
look into.
there is an art. There is an art to working expired. Okay, and it's not an overnight thing. And yes, you will
No,
suck at it when you're going to start working them.
big time.
But there is, you have some agents that are actually making it their business to just, specialize in working expired, and they're very, very successful at it.
Yeah, the only
Right.
advice I would give is listen, when you call these individuals, understand, like Israel said, they kind of already went through the process.
They jaded. They
So
jaded.
they
They
already,
hurt.
so they're gonna tell you every reason why they don't want to sign with you. The key to that is listen to all the reasons why they don't want to sign with you, and then provide a solution to those reasons, right? Like, for example, hey, I don't want to deal with agents. Well, what happened with the last agent? Well, they didn't tell me anything. They weren't communicative. Well, hey, that's crazy, because all of my clients would tell you that I'm super communicative. I'm always on top of what I have going on. You can even ask them yourselves. You understand? Like, that's what you want to do. And if you can't find a reason to do it, to pick up the phone and start dialing, I would recommend you watch this real quick.
So you listen to me and you listen well. Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think you're a fucking worthless loser? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I want to deal with the problem.
Ed, you remember that training? That's how I started a training once with that. I know there is no
Everybody was
crime
scared.
in real estate. I know but guess what? In the end, is that all your problems will be solved when you start doing lead generation. I'm gonna lose my voice. I know I'm very passionate about it. That's what you always be closing. Yes.
So what I like about that right there, instead of always be closing, always be prospecting. Because I mean, the only way you can practice, and basically and handle how you contact people, how you talk to people, is to practice on the prospecting. So you got to keep practicing and prospecting and practicing and prospecting and keep going, and you're going to be very natural on how to close.
Yep.
So
exactly.
What I realize is that we get scared to set time aside for prospecting, but when you finally set time aside and start prospecting, you realize that it's not even enough time. That's the crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
As you go through them, you're like, holy cow, I still have more people to call, and I, for some weird reason, feel like 2 hours is just not enough. But understand that just 2 hours will definitely set the tone for you. All right.
Who's that? Is that Alicia?
You're right.
What's wrong with you? Correct me. Who said that? That's
Who's
Victor.
that?
That's Victor.
Which Victor?
Victor. You know what? His last name. I'll be real with you right now.
Is it Victor Garassi? Is
No,
it Victor Weinberger?
Weinberger.
Oh, Victor. Oh my God. This Victor, guys, we got to upload. We have in our midst the great Victor Weinberger, who is a top commercial broker, is in New York State. You guys, oh my God, I'm so honored. I don't even, okay.
Victor,
thank you, Victor.
Man, we appreciate it.
Wow. All right. This is big, guys.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Victor.
Damn. Yeah.
Confidence is through the roof. Bow before me, peasants. love
He is
it. I
the
love it.
king. Oh my goodness. Thank you
I love
so
it.
much for tuning in. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
next one.
if you guys really need a lot of guidance, and again, not all, what I'm going to say, not all teams are created equal. So we're going to talk about teams. Join a team with well-known listing agents where you're going to get enough training, where you're going to learn how to fish for yourself and get those listing opportunities and have guidance and mentorship in this. So if you absolutely need to humble yourself, join a team of super strong listing agents.
I don't. Mic drop. Can we drop the mic there?
That's it.
I was gonna say, but all right, I guess not.
No,
No,
man,
say
you wanna
it, say
say-
it, say it.
I mean, honestly, you know what? I think we've all been through, teams in that sort of sense, and I always say new agents should always do teams in that sense too. But I think it's to that point that if you're going to join one, as you said, well recognized one, should be well recognized and well reviewed. If you're going to do the homework right and see how much reviews they have. If you're going to
Right.
get a listing agent,
And
so this
when
way
we-
you'll
yeah.
know. This way this person knows what they're doing. This person has a particular system. You want something. You want to be in a team. You want somebody who has a system, because at the end of the day, it goes back to one of my favorite quotes, which is really, you want to be trained enough so that you can leave them, but you want to be treated well enough so you can always stay. So
Wow.
that's really how you want to look for your teams. And
Yeah.
being in a
And then
team,
you can
look,
a team
not
of brokerages. You have brokerages that
I
are
was
set
gonna,
up where
yeah,
the broker who is really the rainmaker is also supporting his
absolutely.
team members and his agents and helping them, like work those listings and get new opportunities and stuff like that. There are brokers out there. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go, and
Absolutely.
I don't want to debunk anything, but if you're gonna go into the super large offices with 500 agents, that might be tough for the broker to do that, but in smaller brokerages it's definitely possible, and I've witnessed that lately
Yeah.
in several locations throughout New York. Numero cinco. Number
Cinco.
5. All right, so this one is a good one if you have the right tools for it, if you're a little bit techie, and if you like to do a little bit of research. Use predictive analytics to target homeowners before they're ready to sell. This, when I just saw that, what popped into my mind is a program that we all have access to when we're MLS, One Key MLS members and Long Island Board of Realtor members, is called a program called Remind, which actually maps out a lot of the homeowners, gives you the opportunity to see how much equity they have in the homes, tells you what is the probable likelihood of them selling or not by different ratings, and just works out things. Like they have a lot of different sections. So this predictive tool is when you really start working it and start geofarming, sending mailers, and again sending market valuation and stuff like that could be really good, but you have to work it. It's really a system that you have to put in place. And that's what I thought. And there are other paid programs that do that for you, but I thought of Remind because we have a good suite for free. You could have the pro suite that you pay for, but I think what MLS offers is already very, very good. All right. And you're good. You don't have anything else to say on that, but there's another niche, another way. So then let's go back to the number 6, which talked about helping distressed homeowners. And this, again, geodata is a good source of finding those people, and also Remind from your MLS will help you find those distressed homeowners. And you're going to still be able to sell at market value, especially with homes, with houses, residential 1 to 3, 1 to 4 family homes. You're going to have a lot of when priced right, of course, you're going to have a lot of demand for that.
Yeah, and PropWire, which I mentioned earlier, will help you with that too. So.
That is good. I probably should check into it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and the next one, guys, we're probably going to talk about it because it's one of the big ways you're going to be surviving this year in real estate and next year. And I don't know what, I don't have a crystal ball thing. I don't know what the future hold, but working your sphere to find real estate seller leads from in in your CRM. If you organize your sphere, your database, your contact, and automate like some sort of smart campaigns and drip campaigns and other things that a good CRM has to offer, and then you don't automatically just let the artificial intelligence work for you, but also communicate with your sphere, you'll get seller leads, because closed mouth don't get fed.
Hey,
So true. So true.
And
Absolutely.
I'm fighting with agents, old and new and in the middle, and people with some experience or a lot. Why don't you want to call your aunt and ask her to even promote you? She's your number one fan, unless that's your aunt that you don't like. But like people
Right.
in your sphere
Right.
that know you by your first name, like, trust me, they would want to advocate for you. They're your
You
number one cheerleader. Use that.
Yeah,
listen,
You
I agree. I agree.
100% true on that. You know what I mean? Like my mom, God bless her, is my number one cheerleader.
and she should.
She's trying to get me to do real estate wherever she comes across, man. Her neighbors is like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about selling. Call my son. I'm not even licensed out there yet. Call my son.
But
you
you
know?
know what? If you work in an organization where the referral system is really nicely put together, then you don't have to be selling yourself. You can send selling opportunities to, it could be global referral basis, and still make a
Right.
couple of bucks on that, establish new contact, get more people in your database, and therefore get more opportunity. But your sphere should be your number one source of
So,
lead generation. To me, it should be your number one
and
source
I
of
and
lead
I
generation.
completely agree. It doesn't matter what CRM you have. It could be the cheapest one to the most expensive one. You
It
should
could
call
be
them
an
all, right?
Excel
And then,
spreadsheet.
right, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you have. It could be a Rolodex. I don't really care. The
I
point
know.
is that, you know, with all of us even having smartphones or even having, whatever kind of informational computers, whatever you have, understand this. You have people on your phone, and let's just start with this alone. You have people on your phone, no matter if it's 500, 200, 300, these people are on your phone. All you have to do is ask one quick question besides hello. And it's, who do you know that's looking to buy or sell in the next 90 days? Who do you
Right.
know is looking to buy or sell in the near future? Who do you know that I can help, with a real estate decision? Who do you know that I can help with any kind of real estate sources? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And
Right.
allow them to answer that question for you. All right. And it's not that hard. That is one of the biggest scripts out there that nobody ever likes to share. No
Nobody
one ever
wants to
likes to
even.
use.
I don't even know why it's so taboo, this sphere thing.
Right.
I don't even know. But let's put things in consideration. Look at what NAR actually has for numbers. So that article say if you're not working in your sphere, you're leaving seller leads on the table. Period. Mic drop again. According to the National Association of Realtors, 63% of all sellers find agents. Oh my God, there is a bird looking at me. Find agents. Find agents through their sphere. All right, since you're already in some relationship with those people, the code, you can skip all the cold calling and all those, those skills and tactics for cold outreach, and you just can start strengthening your existing relationship and nudging people towards becoming clients. And then that is absolutely true. And then you can go even further. It could be a good opportunity to dig back into your sphere a lot and start supporting people in your sphere for whatever cause they have. Let's say they have networking event for, if they do some social gathering, some type of networking, get back into that, and then make your own sphere even bigger by starting networking with the people in your sphere and acquiring new
Correct.
potential clients. So there is a
Yeah,
lot
I
you can
agree.
do. If you work your sphere alone, that could even be enough of a source of business.
Yeah, no, it's interesting
Absolutely.
how the sphere can work, and I believe it's almost 3 times more effective reaching out to your sphere of influence to try to get business versus cold calling cold leads. You know,
Right.
so if
Yeah.
you're strung out, if you don't know what steps to take, reach out to your past clients, reach out to your sphere of influence. Oh, I don't know what questions to ask. Start with the forward questions, right?
Can I correct you, because I just came back from the Remax convention, and Jared James, who's a noted a coach out there, actually
Yep.
said they shouldn't even be the word past client, because let's say you go to the barber, you're gonna have your mustache nicely trimmed and all this. Are you the barber past client once he's done cutting your hair?
I guess that
No,
would
you're
put
his
me in the
client.
client category
Exactly. So your
forever and
past
always.
clients should be your clients for life. They are your clients. There are only two types of clients: prospective client and client. Whether you have sold them already,
Very
but
true.
guess what? They are still your client. You know that what you call that agency relationship, old car, still stands until the end of your date of expiration, or that client's date of expiration. That's how we should see it. So many of us just
Right.
don't have any more relationship once we close the deal. Why? Right? That's a
Right.
client
No.
for life. That's it. That's it. I don't
Be
have
their
anything else to say.
advisor. Be their advisor.
Be their friend first. Like you have like months where you're building a relationship, and all of a sudden you disappear. No. Those are like people that you started having like connections deeper than just business in most instances, because this real estate transaction is emotional. This real estate transaction involves a lot more people than just buyer seller. And then you
Right.
have the people, like the family, and everybody has an opinion, and everybody's going to be there, and most likely you're going to be in contact with more than one person,
Mm.
right? So why not keep that relationship going? I don't say you have to be
Very
buzz
true.
buddy and go to their wedding, but keep the relationship going,
Unless it's a
right?
destination wedding. If it's a destination
All
wedding,
right.
please send me the invite.
What's the next one?
Oh, you know what? A Facebook user said that's a drone from KV Core, Gigi, not a bird. It was a little tiny little, what you call that? Those little street birds that you see all the time, like peeking at the window. He was up front first, and there, I guess, we're begging for food. But it's okay. It's not a drone. So a Facebook user, and I don't have
That's
my
Victor.
social media
Just so we're
open,
clear,
said,
that's all Victor.
"Is Victor?"
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, I checked in with every customer and clients and picked up over whoa, $20 million in listing. We gotta learn from this guy, because during the pandemic, yes, I picked up listing. I don't know if I picked up 20 million. No, I didn't. But I picked up some business, but not 20. And again, my ticket items are not as high as Victor's. And yes, bow again, bow, very low. But yeah, this is it. And you see, even as a top commercial broker, you might think like all those guys are untouchable. And no, yes, they are human. And it's true. I mean, you keep in your mind what's really important. That perspective is like, yes, your clients are going to be your clients for life. They're not past clients, they're actual clients. Let's keep that in
Right.
mind. And I want to thank Jared James for putting that back into my head. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jared.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have time for one more, or we just
Last
leave
one.
it
Here you go.
Just
Okay.
last one.
This one I haven't done. No, I do that because I always get. No,
So I
yeah,
actually funny enough, we started
yeah.
doing this about a week or two ago. Because at the end of the day, look, you guys know we have KV Core, you guys experience KV Core, and sometimes if you sit there and read the automated messages, it kind of turns out to be redundant. So
Yes.
I would highly recommend whatever platform you're using, read through these automated campaigns that you're setting in place,
Mm-hmm.
because they are going to be very effective for you. Okay, you
Yeah.
don't want to, you don't have time, and you're doing showings, and you don't have the ability to reach out to these individuals all the
All
time.
of them. Yeah.
Well, guess what? The automated system that you put in place will do that for you. So since we have access to KV Core and we were talking about it, we have that ability to adjust these campaigns, to send out text messages, emails, property alerts, and to continue to touch base with them. If they respond, we get alerted. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
So
then when you're savvy enough, you can start adding stuff to your own. You create your own templates, so they really can sound like you, and they're like, oh yeah, that's Gigi texting me
yeah,
right there. You can use the existing campaigns and add your little tidbits of what's really you to nudge that client.
for sure.
So in this last segment, and I think that's going to be it for today, we're talking about reaching out to landlords, like converting those rental leads, those landlords into seller leads. And let's face it, in New York City, being a landlord, it's not always obvious. This is a tenant state, and you have, unfortunately, professional tenants that know what the deal is and
Right.
that play that system, and you think they're great tenants, and you just get them in, you lock them on a 1-year lease, and first month they pay, second month they pay, third month they late, fourth month they don't pay anymore. And then you're stuck and you want to take them to court, and in the end, they're gonna live in your house for another 2 years for free. So yeah, and I don't know if this is gonna change because of the political climate. I don't want to put politics into this conversation, but I don't see that situation changing soon.
It's
This
in
is not Florida.
it's in every conversation, if we're being honest with each other.
Yeah.
Politics and religion is in every conversation.
Right, but
That's so
yes,
true.
We'll save that for Sunday, right?
yeah. But
Right.
so
Exactly.
converting those rent, like a lot of the times, like
Or you
you
went to number
have,
9.
is it number 9? Yeah, we're number
Yeah,
Yeah.
9.
number
This
No,
is the
because
9.
last
number 8.
one. Yeah,
We
yeah,
We
were
yeah.
were
up to number
we were
8.
trying to
You
stay
just
at 8, and you just went to 9.
Yeah. I
Well,
was
that's
a
what I
little
was saying.
confused there, but yeah.
Oh my God, yes, I switched up. So sorry, guys. Why
It's
did?
okay.
Because oh my
You were
goodness.
excited about the topics. I know. I want to get
You
this
know what?
information
Then
out
we'll
there
go
too.
back. We'll start over because we were talking about KV Core. Why don't we start with KV Core next week and talking about automation and lead nurturing and
Oh,
AI
I
and
thought
all
that's what
that.
we were talking about. We
No,
lost Israel, by
yeah,
the
I
way.
know. I don't know. But let's go back. I saw it. I skipped the whole thing. So converting the rental leads into seller leads. Sorry. Let's keep on that. That's a good one. So we do work with landlords, right? A lot. What happened to it?
We lost Israel.
He's on the highway someplace. So I apologize, but let's keep with this one. How many of you were able to convert a landlord into a seller? You never know. I mean, they could.
You don't. You don't. And interestingly enough, with
You
the
don't.
times that we're
You
going
don't
through right.
convert.
No, 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 no. I'm saying
All
that's not
right.
what the
Let me
question
see.
was. That's not what the
Yeah.
question was. Um, what I'm saying is, from the time that we've experienced, right, a lot of people were kind of waiting to see what's going to happen in the market. Today, to your point, there are unfortunately a lot of people that get into these properties, start renting, and then doing the wrong thing. So yeah, in my opinion, it's easier to convert them now because at the end of the day, there's a headache. And what are we? Realtors. We're supposed to provide solutions, right? We're
Right.
advisors to our clients, right? So in that case, this is a stepping stone for us to bring it to their attention and say, hey, look, I understand that you wanted to keep this as a rental property, but now going through this, maybe it is the right time for you to put it on the market. Let's have that conversation. Let's discuss. Let's see what we're looking at.
Right.
You
And let's make them aware also of the tax implication, because if you can put them into a 1031 tax deferred situation where they can buy another investment property, but not necessarily with a residential client, could also always be a good thing,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So yes, that's something totally doable. And if you don't really know about tax deferred, 1031 exchange, you're probably going to need a little bit of advice from your broker. But this is totally doable, and that's another conversation. Like all those, like those 2 family homes, or those people that have extra investments, like those co-ops as investment properties right now that people are trying to offload. I'm having a listing right now where the guy finally the tenant left, and they're able to sell, and they want to sell because they're not in New York anymore. A lot of people went down south, Texas, Florida, North Carolina, and all so on and so forth, and South Carolina. So yeah, let's have those conversations, because apparently, speaking to agents in Florida, you still have people leaving, right? Leaving New York, going elsewhere.
You have a lot of people. The ground is shifting. People are moving. All right. Now that we can work from home, we don't necessarily have to live in these heavy populated areas. Now people are expanding. There's more places opening up, which I think is great.
Yeah.
You know?
Ah, that's us. It means we gotta go. There was a bang.
That was the bing.
Let's go.
So
guys, yes, next week let's do part 2 of generating seller leads, and please jump in the conversation. Hey Victor, if you want to come on screen next week, you're invited. You can come to my office right here on Northern Boulevard, or wherever you're at. And if you have a camera, we can put you in. All right. And if anybody out there wants to come into our stream with us, be in our little studio, you are welcome. All right. So next week, part 2 of generating seller leads.
Numero dos. We lost Israel, but it's okay.
I know he was driving. I feel so bad. It's probably tough depending on where he's at. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. Wait.
Yes. And MVP.
Our MVP, most valuable post today.
Oh, we know who that is.
Do we? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it going to be our dear friend Victor? It sure is. It sure is. So, Victor, you are today's MVP, most valuable post.
Yeah.
So, with that being said,
we are, Your Highness.
You, my friend. All right.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah. All right. You can watch this videos now. It's going to be on many more platforms, still on my Facebook, on my LinkedIn, on my YouTube, on Ed's Facebook, on Ed's LinkedIn, on Ed's Instagram, on my Instagram. So it's pretty much all over the place, and it's going to stick there forever. We have over 100 videos that you guys can watch and train with. I just realized that week. That's freaking amazing. I think we're at more than 110 videos. So thank you so much. All right, guys.
And if there's any topics you guys want to discuss, please let us know. We want to go through it. All right. We want to have these conversations, open conversations with everybody involved in real estate. And if you're not involved in real estate, trying to get involved into real estate, let's have that conversation. All right. This is the purpose of this platform. So let's make it happen. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. See you next week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good weekend. Don't forget to stop by the open houses.
Yes. Bye.